How would it feel if you had a coaching client that gave you $500, $5,000, $50,000, $500,000, maybe even $1 million, all from a single coaching client? Which of these would you prefer? Which of these do you think is a realistic goal to aim for? And which of these do you currently have in your business? In this video, I'm going to share you the secret to getting coaching clients that pay you really high, eye-watering amounts. And I'm going to share with you some misconceptions about how to operate your coaching business and how to generate revenue and cash flow. I hope you will find this video to be extremely valuable. There's a lot of really good stuff in here. So let's dive in. I'm Sam, I'm the founder of Freedom in Marketing, and this is the YouTube channel where I share all my ideas and secrets after spending a decade working with online coaches on how you can get more clients, how you can have consistent revenue and cash flow in your business, and more importantly, how you can increase your profit margins in your business so you can consistently, sustainably, predictably grow your business, all while reducing the amount of time that you have to spend on the day-to-day tasks. Okay, let's dive in. So, how much do you want your clients to be worth? If you want your client to be worth $500, that is pretty easy to do. You can probably go onto Upwork, which is a common strategy for getting coaching clients. I know because the way that I have used so far to get my coaches, that would be 2 business coaches, was by posting on Upwork. They reply, we have a conversation, we start the relationship. So it will be quite easy for you to find $500 clients using Upwork. But if you have to spend your time, energy and effort to get a client that pays you just $500, in order to have the business that you want, where you are generating the amount you want per month and you are increasing cash flow and profit margins, you'll need a lot of $500 clients in order to do this. And do you really have the ability to constantly go prospecting, constantly apply to jobs on Upwork, and all of the time costs involved in getting that? Realistically, you would need to have 10 $500 clients just to make $5,000. You would need to have 100 $500 clients just to make $50,000. So the math doesn't really work out on that. So the next step is to get a $5,000 client. How can you get a $5,000 client? Well, the secret to getting a $5,000 client is actually, it's not too difficult. A lot of people, if you target the right people, would be happy to pay $5,000 for some kind of a coaching program. I can't speak for everyone, but I know myself. In the past, I have invested $5,000 into a 12-week coaching program, and I was very happy with results. And it's a misconception that the economy is bad or people don't have the money to do it, because me personally, at the time, I was in a bit of a financial tough spot, and I managed to invest the $5,000 into this coaching program because I saw the value, the benefit, how I will get a long-term return on that investment, despite actually only having about $10,000 to $12,000 in the bank account at the time. So, I think it's a bit of a misconception when it comes to price and people don't have the money. If you have an outcome, a benefit and a result that's tangible, specific, within a time frame, and it's something where you potential clients can clearly see they'll get a massive return on investment over the long term, they will invest the price. That's $500 clients and $5,000 clients. Now, the real magic happens when you get $50,000 clients or even $500,000 clients. And yes, it is possible to have $1 million clients. Here's the secret. The secret is they don't pay you this in one go. This is not a one-time fee. You almost certainly won't get a single client that will suddenly deposit $50,000 or $500,000 into your bank account. That's just not how it works. That's not reality. The reality is, however, that if you wanted to get a $50,000 client, what if you had a client that paid you $5,000 for 10 months? That equals $50,000, right? What if you had a client that paid you $2,000 a month? and they paid you $2,000 a month for 2 years. Well, that would equal about 48,000, which is just shy of the 50,000 mark. So as a coach, providing you're having a really good service, perhaps $2,000 a month would be a bit too high from a single client. Perhaps not, depending on who you're working with and what your fees are and what your sort of skills and expertise are. But that's kind of how it works. It's just a numbers game. It's a mathematical equation. And so if you want to have a $500,000 or $1 million client, the way to do it is you will be charging a monthly fee or a monthly amount for a service or an annual amount for a service and coaching. But you have to work with this particular client over the long term, over several months, several years, decades even. And let me just prove to you how this concept kind of works. I remember hearing a story of someone who went to a mastermind group. Now, I'm not sure who a mastermind was, but this story's been told sort of multiple times in different contexts, and maybe you're familiar with it yourself. And what happened was, the host of the mastermind asked people to stand up if this was the first time that they'd ever been to his mastermind. Well, naturally, everyone stood up, because if you've been to the mastermind at least once and you're attending, then you're there. And then he said, okay, now remain standing if this is your second time. If half the room sat down, half the room remained standing. Now remain standing if you've been with us for 5 years. More people sat down, some remained standing. 10 years, same thing happened. A few people remained standing. 20 years, 1 or 2 people remained standing. 25 years, and about 1 person remained standing. So 1 person had attended this person's mastermind for 25 years. Now, the current price tag of the mastermind was $25,000 per year. So obviously, 25 years back, it wouldn't have cost $25,000, the price would be lower. But you can kind of see how it works. If you have a single client that pays you $25,000 per year to join your mastermind, and they pay that for 10 years, well, that's $250,000. If you have someone pay 25 grand a year to join your mastermind and they do it for 20 years, well, that's $500,000. So you kind of get the point, and the point is just to really drill it home that in order to get big money per client, you're not going out there to aim to get this as a one-time fee. The goal is that you want to get a client, make them a really super compelling offer that's a bit of a no-brainer not to join, and then deliver them exceptional results. And then you want to get them into some kind of long-term continuity where they're going to pay you monthly, and year after year after year. Because as you do that, the lifetime value of each of these coaching clients will have a significant impact on your business, your profit margins, your cash flow. And the benefit of doing this is that when you get a customer or a client for the first time, it costs you in advertising, it costs you in time to do the prospecting. You might be the person that has to have the discovery calls with them. You might have a sales team which you have to pay the commission for. You then have to onboard them into your program. You then have to get to know them and get them to buy into your system and to understand the system and get results and blah, 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 blah. But if it's a repeat client who pays you month after month, what you typically need to do there is you don't need to sell them anything. You just invite them to join your next program. Usually that works. You don't have to pay for any advertising costs because they've already become your client. They've already working with you. All you have to do is simply ask them to join. A lot of the time in a scenario like this, you probably don't even need to have a discovery call with them because they're already happy with the service. They're already okay with what they're paying each month. And what you're asking them to do is to pay at the same amount, maybe a lower amount, whatever it is, on a more ongoing basis. And the expenses to service the client in terms of time, cost for the team, and all of the other things that come involved with delivering a result for a client tends to remain relatively low as well because they already know what your system is, they're already motivated, they're already doing the work. So it actually costs you less to do it. So you're getting more money each month because your long-term clients are paying on a month-to-month basis, but your expenses on the back end are remaining relatively stable. And so your monthly income goes up and up, but your expenses only go up a little bit. And this difference here, month to month, will keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's how you can have consistent increase in cash flow, by getting clients that pay you large amounts of money over the long term. So the action step from this video here is that if you currently have clients, find out how much each client pays you on average when they work with you. If you only have one offer, and your offer costs, let's say, $3,500, then the lifetime value of your customers and clients is $3,500. And what you need to do next is think about what you can do in order to invite them into programs where they pay a monthly fee afterwards. And if you want to know exactly how you can do that, you will find a strategy on how you can get one-time clients to become repeat long-term clients who pay month after month, and this is how you will get the $50,000 clients, $500,000 clients potentially over the long term by applying the strategy. You'll find a link to that video in the description below. That's all I've got for you. If you would like help implementing any of the systems strategies that you heard in this video, my team and I can help you with this. We specialize in helping you get your next clients, and this is at no cost to you. You only pay our fee. We only send the invoice after you have got the clients and after they have paid for you, and that is just the first part of a more long-term partnership that we typically develop with our clients. If you want to learn more, you'll find a link in the description below on how you can get in touch. That's all I've got for you. Make it a great day, and see you in the next video.